Stan here. This time we're taking a closer look at Chapter 3 of Stane Sreet, the book I wrote about a Roman road in southern England. This chapter covers the area along the River Arun from Watersfield to Hardham. Here we find a Roman fort, a canal, railways, priory ruins, thousand-year-old paintings, an ancient tree, and some pretty little villages. Come along and explore with me. We restart our trek again at the little village of Watersfield. I guess the name says it all. This area is on the floodplains of the River Arun. Although very fertile, the fields were often underwater in the spring. After the Romans left, Stane Sreet probably sunk under the soil in these fields. When the Saxons came, they superstitiously avoided any Roman works, as they believed they were built by an ancient tribe of giants. The medieval road was built along higher ground, several hundred yards from where the old Roman road ran. Carrying along to 819 London Road, we come to the small village of Watersfield. We take a little side trip by turning right at Brook Lane. Following the road for about half a mile, we get to the river and the Grantham Bridge. This medieval structure was built in 1294. It was modified to let barges through the canal system. The bridge is historically significant as a Civil War battle was fought here. The buried soldiers' bodies were discovered in 1950 when the village church vestry collapsed. It's also rumored that King Charles II used the bridge while fleeing England. Back to Watersfield, where we find the 13th century church of St. Giles. This is worth a closer look, as it has a huge cemetery which has a large section dedicated to the World War I era. In the church belfry is a 1,000-year-old coffin lid, which predates this Norman church, but could have been from a previous Saxon one. When the Victorians restored the church in the 1870s, they installed some amazing stained glass attributed to Charles Kemp, who was a student of William Morris of the Pre-Raphaelite thing. Right at the church door is a massive yew tree, reported to be one of the oldest trees in all England. This tree was supposed to have been old before the Romans came. As we leave Watersfield, we cross over the railway tracks and head for the hamlet of Hardham. Here we have all sorts of interesting things to explore. The first of which is the 13th century Hardham Priory, another victim of Henry VIII's dissolution of the abbeys. The Grade 1 listed refectory has been turned into a farmhouse. To avoid a large loop in the river, the Wye and Arun Canal built a tunnel, which has now been blocked up. The boatmen used to lie on their backs on the barge roofs and walk the boats through the tunnel, using their feet on the roof. With the advent of the railways in the 1800s, most canals died a slow death. There were two railway lines running past Hardham, one to Brighton and the other, now abandoned, ran west. Unfortunately, when they built this one, they followed part of Stane Sreet. That included going right through the middle of the Roman camp, opposite Hardham. From the scattered remains, we know there was some kind of a fort or mancio there, but little else. It was probably a resting stop for troops and travelers, and an administrative center. Not much else off the road can be found. Hardham has one other must-see. The Grade 1 listed church of St. Bothel is a simple, small Norman church, probably built on top of a Saxon one. Some of the building materials are from the Roman times. The church is known for its wall paintings. The frescoes are believed to have been painted by monks from Lewis around 1100 AD. They are well preserved because they have been whitewashed for centuries and only discovered during renovations in the 1800s. There are other similar paintings around Sussex, but none as complete as these. A special note as we leave Hardham village, there are several examples of houses that have been in use for hundreds of years. The white timbered Elizabethan one with low doors and windows is of special interest. Well, that's it for Chapter 3. Stay tuned for Chapter 4, where we take a look at the village, or actually the town, of Pulborough. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. If you'd like a copy of the book, I've left links below. Please come and join us next time for a closer look.